I got
That was such a good intro.
Was it?
Yeah, go for it now.
Okay. Are we live now?
The audio should be good.
Audio's good. Okay. Welcome to Toronto's 2018 Regionals. We're getting it out of the way right in the first week. Looks like we're in turn 2 or 3. And we've got Paul Field versus Peter Smith. These are two locals. We got Dirty Pete flying some Scum and Paul flying some Imperials. And we were talking to these guys just before the game. And we can probably break down some of what their plans are. Pete's never seen... Oh, no, not Pete. Sorry. I've got Pete. You've got Paul. So Pete believes that Nim beats Suntir. That's pretty good. We got Suntir. Paul's flying quick draw. Some aces here with a really tanky Delta defender. And Pete believes that Nim's going to beat Suntir in 1 to 2 turns. He's going to try and get Jostro double tapping on quick draw. So that's quick draw losing a heck of a lot of shields in 1 round. And then he's hoping that his end game comes down to Fen versus the defender.
Yeah, so you were saying that Pete was hoping that people are going to be unaware of what Jostro's ability is and what they do and be caught unawares by it.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to surprise Paul here.
And in a perfect world, he's probably hoping that he can strip quick draw's ability in the first round, and then quick draw no longer matters at that point.
Exactly, right? And especially with... he doesn't have proton bombs. He's got seismic charges and thermals. Like, the stress is going to hurt. The double damage is going to hurt, right? So, or no, he doesn't have Cad Bane. He doesn't have Sabine. It's just going to be 1 damage. So he's really counting on Jostro to get in there and surprise them.
Yeah, I feel like if any list that's got Jostro in it, Jostro is very much an important factor of that list. It's almost like a linchpin to a certain extent.
Absolutely.
Okay, so, and Paul's running a very interesting list too. I remember when he's got a lot of online Vassal experience, but when he wanted to workshop it a bit in the store, I helped him run 1 session with it, and it's interesting. So he's actually himself has never really seen Trajectory Simulator, so it's going to be a surprise to him. So hopefully he's ready for it when it happens.
Pete might get that surprise off, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, you know what, to be fair, a lot of us are new and are going to be surprised by Trajectory Simulator. I know it did come out recently, but you haven't been seeing it that very much until people started, kind of the light bulb went off and they put 2 and 2 together and realized you could use it with Genius.
Yeah.
At least in this current meta, I know there's alternate rulings in some of the metas, but we're worrying about our meta, and you can use it here.
And we can talk about that just before we jump into to Paul's plan. Trajectory Simulator allows you to launch a bomb 5 forward instead of dropping it behind you.
Correct.
In the Chicago Regionals, they ruled that does not interact with Genius, which allows you to discard the card to launch it forwards. Whereas I think clearly in the rules that's indefensible, and that you can, until it's FAQ'd, I think you can do that.
Correct. I got to say, our Marshal, I think, is making the right call here. It's very clear that Genius is creating a new opportunity to drop that bomb, and ergo, the Trajectory Simulator works. It's pretty clear cut, but again...
We may not like it, but it's what it is.
Yeah.
Now, Pete said his plan... Paul said... We can go through Paul's plan. He said he's a very reactive player. Yeah. And you can see here, he said his plan was to kill Nim first, and if not... he'd kill whatever Pete gave him.
At some point when you're playing against the Scum, you've got to just basically kill whatever you're given.
Right, and so it looks like Pete's leading with Fen. He's going to be giving him Fen, right?
I highly doubt Pete's plan is to give him Fen. I think he's going to try to do what Paul was going to try to do with his Sunterfell. I think he's using Fen as his bait.
And then Paul's using Sunterfell. He's trailing behind, using him as bait to bring in Pete's ships that he can turn on them.
Correct.
Yeah.
It looks like he's hoping to get that, to have Pete come in that open space, and Sunterfell won't be there next turn anyways, and then he can turn the rest of his list in and try to turn on it all at once.
Absolutely. I think they've set up really great here. We're seeing like some wonderful positioning from these players. Both are trying to bait the other one in, circling around each other. We're trying to see where they're going to be in the next couple of turns. The engagement's going to be super important for this... Oh, am I being too loud?
No tapping on the table. Oh,
tapping on the table. Sorry about that, boys. Yeah, they're both trying to bait each other with Fen and Suntir, two really tough ships that can get into range 1 and do damage and bail out to range 3 and not take any damage. So it'll be really interesting to see how they play on each other and whether that Trajectory Simulator is going to play a role in surprising Paul and dumping some damage and stress.
Well, here's the thing with the Trajectory Simulator is so interesting now. Especially with having that PS10 and the Genius option, if Paul makes the wrong call and goes ship left with his Sunterfell, that's it. He's getting a bomb.
Absolutely.
Because no matter what Pete did, if his Sunterfell does a 3 hard left turn and then boosts and goes in that space, he just does it before he moves. If he doesn't do that, but he's still in that space, if Pete went 3 forward, he's going to hit him anyways.
Yep.
So it's very powerful, especially on a turn that you can still hit somebody with a missile with after that.
In the lead up to this regionals, I was giving some of the guys prep against Nim Miranda. And I threw bomblets on Miranda, and Nim had trajectory simulator, protons, and thermals. And, Nim jousted. He threw a proton bomb at quick draw. That's a damage underneath and a damage off the shields. And then he got 2 rounds later, threw a bomblet on. Quick draw taking a direct hit from the proton bomb. Bomblets did 2. Sabine did 1. Gone.
Yeah, it's a pretty deadly combo. So now, if you're Pete this turn, what are you thinking? Are you going to dive straight in with everybody, or are you going to play a little bit coy and maybe hard one with Fenn behind that rock and bring him around the long way and really use him like the bait that he's supposed to be and bring him in for late game and hit somebody on like 3 turns after the engagements happen? Or do you want to just go nuts because he's got the mind link? So
Pete's a very cautious player.
He is.
He's a very cautious player.
Calculated is the word I would like to use for him.
And Paul is also playing cautiously. So I think we're not going to see an engagement next round. And if we do, I'd be very surprised. And we have a question here about Jostro being able to trigger. So Jostro will be able to trigger up to 4 times. We've got seismic charges, we've got thermal detonators, we've got the trajectory simulator, and we've got harpoon missiles. So there's a bunch of different ways in this list for Pete to get some of that splash damage to get Jostro off.
Yes.
Right? And he's going to try and use it to make sure that Quick Draw loses all of her shields on 1 round.
Now, the question is actually quite accurate. You're actually correct. Jostro will only have 2 opportunities to trigger because Pete does not have extra munitions, so he only has 1 seismic charge and 1 thermal detonator. And
But he also has harpoon missiles.
Ah, okay, yes.
Yeah. Oh, I was reading seismic charges as seismic bombs.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is important to know, yeah. No, Nim does have genius, doesn't he?
He should. Can you pull up the lists?
Yeah.
Pete's list.
Oh, sorry. He's holding it.
Doesn't look like he does. So,
Seismic thermal extra. He does not have genius.
I thought he said that he did. I'm gonna go check the table.
So we're actually gonna go double check that just to be sure because
There are
we thought Pete was writing it.
80-ish people today.
Yes, it's a regional. It's an Ontario regionals, Ontario, Canada. You guys should all come by and watch. It's only a very warm minus 33 degrees right now.
yeah. The asterisk is initiative.
Thank you very much. I was just about to ask that. That's why we're trying to confirm it. I don't know how to say your name, but we're going to try to confirm that for you because you're right. I don't know why he wouldn't have it either if he has the title.
Legal list?
I know Genius is astromech droid that you get with the title, and it's 0 point. But it's not on his form, so you're right. You're actually right. That would be an illegal list at that point.
Yeah, he's genius.
It's not on his.
Yeah.
Tell him to change it, otherwise he's got an illegal list.
Well, write it in.
Okay.
It's on his other list. It's not on this one.
Okay. Okay, perfect. That's how I'll pronounce it from here on out. Thank you, Dutch. Oh, there's no space on it on this thing because on the sheet, the match.
So we should be able to get. Is it possible to add that in, or? Oh, perfect. Yeah, that should be changed.
Okay, my writing was awful. Anyways.
I mean, it's no better than Pete's.
Yeah. Great catch, everyone. Thank you. Oh, so there you go. So he did dive. He dove Fenn right in.
I'm kind of shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I did not really expect, especially when Pete was describing his strategy. Right, he said he wanted Fenn in the end game. You know, he was hoping that Nim would take out Soontir, but Nim's in a great place to do some serious damage to Soontir. If he pushes the limit, he can drop a thermal detonator on him at pilot skill 10,
yes.
double stress him, take a third of his life away, and then set up harpoons or even seismic charge him at the same time.
Well, to be fair, he's got his long-range scanner target lock on Soonerfell, so Paul's got to be very, very careful what he does to the Soonerfell now, because if Pete did a 3 forward and Paul, I think Paul might be in trouble by having gone left. He really needed to go straight. I think for sure you're going to see a trajectory simulator bomb and a harpoon missile on the same turn. I think we're going to see it this turn. Also,
I think you're right. I expected them both to be cautious, and Paul's been somewhat cautious. Pete's been a little more aggressive than I would expect from him.
Also, we should call it simple. It's a little bit difficult to tell with the angle, but I'm not 100% confident that Fen got into range 1 on the defender.
I don't think he did.
I think that's range 2.
I don't think he did.
And that's a brutal place to be when you're Fen.
And now, if you look at the positioning of Jostro, right? Pete's got inertial dampeners on that ship. So if he can set up multiple turns of him sitting there and braking, right? Fen Rao can do the green, can clear it. He's got that open dial.
Yeah.
Jostro can park
Yeah.
and set up to get Suntir next turn.
Yeah. Now, I really like that defensive barrel roll backwards from Paul. That was really a really good option on that option. He target locked first, found that he was in range, and then he barrel rolled back. So he's actually out of Jostro's range now.
He's out of Jostro's range. We're in Toronto, Cosmic. So, but your trajectory simulator here, that might double stresses Fen. It severely limits what he can do next turn in his repositioning, but maybe not. I mean, he's only got one bomb. He's only got one bomb.
We also should mark out that with the angle of the camera, we can't be guaranteed of the ranges. That might not. Pete is probably looking to tell whether or not that would be in the range 1. And as you said, with only 2 bombs, I don't think he's going to risk it on a potential.
Right.
I think he's going to use it when he knows he's going to hit, and I think he doesn't hit, and he's not going to. There you go. He's not going to genius it. So
Fair enough.
He's probably just going to harpoon missile him though.
Or there's no harpoons on Captain Nim, is there?
Oh, right. Those are on Jostro. My bad. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
So this might actually be a sticky situation for Pete's Fen and a good situation for Paul's setup there.
So, like Paul was saying, he wanted to bait out one of his ships, and he was going to jump on that bait. And, we've got some people in chat agreeing that Trajectory Simulator wouldn't get Fen. So...
Yeah, that's the thing. I agree with you, Dutch. I'm not 100% sure he would have gotten him either. I think that's why he didn't go for it.
I mean, this is a nightmare scenario for Fen Rao at range 2 of both those ships.
Yes. No thrusters, but he does have double focus, but he's just going to have to worry about 3 dice to protect him. We're now at the state of the game where just 3 dice and 2 focuses is not enough.
All right, hit
So
crit. Are you
hit
spending
crit.
the... Oh,
Yeah, you definitely do.
Yeah.
Full target lock for the next return shot, which means he's going to shoot at the defender.
ooh.
Looks like
Spend the focus.
takes 1 hit, takes 1 crit only.
Takes a crit.
Dutch, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Ooh, what's that? Blinded? That's
Blinded pilot.
Oh, that's brutal.
Oh, not great for Pete.
That's not a good start to the game for him. That's a rough one.
I mean, Nim's still a monster. We'll have to see. Yeah.
That is beautiful.
No return shot from Fen there.
Which, actually, if I'm Paul, I don't want Fen to fire because he's going to fire at the defender and he doesn't get to trigger the ability anyways.
Well, he's going to shoot at Suntir Fel. Suntir Fel's got defensive tokens. Shouldn't do a lot this shot. Not when you roll like that, at least. He's got the long-range scanner's target lock, so...
Yep. He's going to go for it.
Gambling that he's going to get an above-average roll this time. That's completely average. 2 hits. Suntir Fel rolls a lot of dice.
4 with thrusters, yeah, he should be good.
Yeah. No damage.
Didn't even need the thrusters.
Should have kept the lock, Pete. Should have kept the lock. Fen doesn't shoot. Blinded pilot turned down. Suntir Fel can't shoot Jostro, so he's shooting on...
On Nim.
Fen Rao took the damage.
Yeah, just the 1. Yeah.
So what happened here? Okay. Looks like Nim took 1.
El Conjo Jonado, sorry for butchering your name there. We believe, yes, it can. Absolutely, it can be used with Bomblet Generator. Yeah. But as in the new FAQ, when using Genius and Bomblet, you would have had to have discarded the Bomblet token, so you'd need extra munitions to do it twice.
Yeah. But if you run Nim with... Oh, they've moved Jostro there. Oh, okay. Yeah, putting him back.
Yeah.
It's a lot of blanks on Pete's side this round. That's tough. He's going to have an uphill battle.
That is true. His dice have not given them any favors this round.
Now, if he gets a great bomb off versus Suntir Fel, then that's going to really swing things around.
Jeff is going to...
But doing no damage this round is really brutal.
Yeah, Paul is going to probably have to want to go 2-bank left with Suntir Fel there. He doesn't want anything to do with that middle of the board.
Yeah.
He's got to get Suits out of there, I think. But I don't know.
Like Paul said, Suntir's bait, so I can completely see him bombing out of there.
This is why I'm so in love with Twin Ion on Interceptors, is because a 3-bank green would be really nice to have right about now.
Well, he's got a targeting computer. I mean, that's a
aggro Fel, which is awesome.
That's an interesting call. I haven't seen that Suntir Fel in a very long time.
And as he was saying that he's a reactive player, I think what he uses the targeting computer for is, am I in range for a target lock? Yes. Barrel roll back out of range, pull focus, give me 4 dice. It's a really smart play, and you could see it did help him there.
Absolutely.
So it was really cool.
If he'd stayed where he was, he would have been bombed, and Jostro and Nim would have been piling on the damage. So
yeah, well, we should also
Pete
point out,
didn't get that surprise that he wanted off.
For how bad quote unquote of a turn that was for Pete. He's only down 1 shield and 1 hull on 2 of his ships, so he's still in very good shape.
Fen and Nim are still incredible ships.
Yes.
Like I said, Jostro can can inertial dampener.
Yes.
Right. We have to constantly think about the positioning of Jostro.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks for that, Volt. We're gonna double check that to make sure we're on it.
Can you confirm Nim's hull? Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for the helping hands.
But even then, he's got such a toolbox Nim, right, with Auto Blaster instead of TLT, just to fit the points in for Jostro and Fenrau that Suntir can't get close to Nim.
Well, as we saw with pre-nerfing Nim, that Auto Blaster is just brutal.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an interesting thing to see.
Because Auto Blaster, you can't roll defense dice against it. Any hit goes straight through.
So, if you're Pete here, do you 4K your Fen? Do you Talon roll? Do you just bug him out and come back around? Because Jostro can go 1-4 and pull focus for the team anyways.
So Pete's target for Nim is Suntir Fel.
Yeah.
And Pete's target for Fen is the defender.
Okay.
So it'll be really interesting to see how he does that, because Jostro's in a really rough position to get shots on quick draw. He's put him behind a couple of rocks. They're in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's going to be hard for him to get Jostro in a position where he can do the double shot that he wants to on quick draw. And it looks like Paul's playing cagey enough that he's not going to be able to get that surprise bomb. So it'll be interesting to see, for sure.
It's pretty interesting to look at just how good of an upgrade pack the hired guns was. Jostro's coming in at 27 points. Harpoon missile, mind link, dampeners, chips, and munitions failsafe. That's crazy.
And there was 2 damage on Fen. Yes. The defender did a damage. We missed that.
Which is also brutal. You don't want to see that at any time.
Well, it means he's a direct hit from dying.
Yeah, he's a crit. He's potentially a crit away from dying, because there's multiple crits that could end his game as well.
So do you think a 4K would clear from the Delta, or is he going to 3-bank up in?
So the 4K is dicey, but I feel it clears.
So that's what we're going to see first. I mean, he's made a decision with Fel, right? Suntir Fel's dial, that dial is down. He's made the decision, and I'm with you. I think he's bailing with it.
I think he has to. If he comes in, he's gonna eat damage for sure.
Yeah. So we've got Pete's made Fen's decision. He's probably made Nim's decision. I think Nim's going to follow Fenrau, Suntir Fel. Oh, their names are so similar. Up around the rock, but I couldn't tell you where Jostro was going, and I don't think Pete knows either. He hasn't put that down there.
This is a situation where I'm happier to be commentating than playing right now, because I don't really know what I'd want to go here if I'm on either side, because I don't know. I feel like I want to K and get Fen back in the game.
Yeah.
The great thing about the TIE SF is he's not going to have to do anything crazy. He's going to be able to do a simple 1-bank or whatever, and still have an arc, or he could do something crazy and he could go ship right with his TIE SF and still have an arc on Suntir Fel on Fen. Sorry guys, be with us. We haven't had the coffee triggering in yet. It's going to be a couple of overlaps, but I don't know. And here's the thing:
but
if
maybe
Paul turns his defender, he's giving his entire back exposed to both those 2 ships, and Jostro can tag him with the missile.
Nim could also come in. I was wrong about which dial had been assigned. Nim could also come in, right? Come down board towards where Fen is, and trajectory simulate, and just...
there you go. That does make more sense.
Oh, beauty.
Straight. He went for the 5 straight. That makes more sense. That's actually a better call.
I agree with Dutch there.
So
Fen should have definitely boosted.
Yeah.
In that situation, instead of focusing.
Agreed. You know what? In my opinion, when you've got the Fen, range 1 is better than the second focus. Yeah. Because then at least you get the extra evade and the die.
5
and
forward.
He takes no damage if he had boosted.
5 forward from the defender there, which blocks Jostro coming in over the rock if he wanted to come in really hot.
Yeah.
Right?
That was a great call by Paul. And then he can K-turn after next turn and be behind the entire field, or a hard 3 left and come in behind them. That was a way smarter call. But the 4 would have fit. Barely, but it would have fit.
I mean, a 4 might also have killed Fen.
You mean if he would have blocked him or 4 straight?
No, like a 4, if he 4K'd,
Yeah.
right? Because you can see there's about
Yeah.
enough space for a base there.
Yeah.
But it's not for us to second guess. Oh, playing KG getting out. That's an interesting choice there. I like to see where that's going. Both the players are playing very conservatively. Oh, see, there we go. Jostro's coming around the rock. Is it over the rock, Pete?
Nah. Well, he did get nudged, so we'll never know. But
No,
it
they're
looks
just,
pretty clean.
There's a difference between adjacent and overlapping.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, some
That's
people-
adjacent to the rock, not overlapping the rock.
Interesting. So then maybe Nim is going to come in,
Nim's
follow
gotta be coming
Jostro, and dropping a thermal detonator on quick draw.
I think Nim's coming in, and I think the fact that he target locked leads me to believe that Fen is not K-turning. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that. That's a good call. Using Fen as a blocker.
Ooh, okay.
He's gonna focus. Jostro's gonna get his ability. That means Nim is gonna do a 1 or 2 bank, and he might be throwing a bomb to trigger Jostro.
He's going to sacrifice Fen for that? I don't know. Yeah, see?
Okay,
There's Suntir. I mean, that's pretty much what we predicted.
Now here's the thing: if Pete predicted that as well and goes right and tries to, because he could just he could do like a 1 or 2 and then trajectory simulate a bomb. Maybe, I don't know. It might be out of range. I don't know.
Suntir Fell's not going to stay there.
No, he's gonna probably boost and I don't know. He'll probably barrel boost or.
We're just about 80 players, over 80 players.
It's probably the cold weather. It's a little low for us, isn't it?
A lot of people couldn't make it. They're out of town first week of January.
Yeah.
It's people recovering from the holidays.
Yep.
You know, a week-long hangover from New Year's.
Yeah. Some people slipping on ice over the holidays and busting their ankles, different things like that.
Yeah, last regionals you were up to 120, 130. This regionals we're down to 80. So, but it's just the time of year.
Nothing to do at all with all the bombs and missiles.
I mean, that's why we're in the booth. Paul's really thinking about where he's going. This is going to be, that's a pretty nice.
Well, it's also important to know that without Palp and without a lot of the other things, Sunderfield's not as unkillable as he used to be. You've got to be careful with him. You can't just put him into any situation willy-nilly, unplanned, and without an escape vector. So.
Especially with all the bombs on the board,
exactly,
right?
Exactly. He's trying to make sure he's got a wide berth of the Nim.
Oh, they're clearing the space. Yeah, Nim is coming down board.
So I think do you think he's crazy enough to drop it to the trajectory?
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
he hits him.
If Fen hadn't taken so much damage. Quick draw is really predictable. He's got a real closed-in dial.
Actually, no, he won't do it because if he took damage here off of the bomb blowing up, then he'd be able to shoot Fen round at probably range 1 with target lock. Yeah, I agree, Dutch. It's not bad for a minus 33, but we got to get used to it at some point, so you got to come out and play.
It's supposed to be positive temperatures by the end of next week. Toronto is insane. It's going to be minus 1 in 2 days and positive temperatures by the end of the week.
Okay.
Ridiculous.
So now, do you think so he's in action phase. He's waiting. Do you think we're contemplating the
that's what's happening right now? Absolutely.
He's doing the math.
He's thinking about it.
Does this make sense to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pete is sitting there and thinking about the bomb, and they're both very contemplative players, and this is a tough decision. He's going to take one on Fen.
He's doing it.
Yeah.
Like, forget it. Bye, Fen.
Yep. Look at that one. Pete's a long-time player.
Love that well-worn.
He sells everything he wins. Everything. Immediately. He hands it to his friend, puts it right on eBay. Immediately. Fen's taking one for the team, boys.
Yeah. Well, technically so is Joshua, too, because of the stress. Because it's a seismic. Okay, so just the no stress.
Just a seismic. All right.
Which means he probably wants to be able to K-turn next turn with
so he's going to spend the seismic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Jostro goes back.
And then he can still long-range scanner for a target lock if he wants to.
Yep. This is going to be a dark round for quick draw.
This is spicy. Thanks, Pete, for making this an interesting round for us to watch. I appreciate that. This is cool. I love it. I love the move. Go for it.
Yeah.
Now, do you think Paul read it and went right? He didn't. Ooh, he kind of, sort of. He's going to be able to barrel roll out of range.
He's going to be able to barrel roll out of range. Now, and this is scum. This is scum Nim, so he can't hold that bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to barrel roll, Paul.
But then he's going to give Fen. No, he could barrel roll back. No, because Fen's going to get the range one shot anyways.
He's still going to. No matter where he goes, he's going to take a range one Fen round shot.
So then here's the thing: if you're taking a range one Fen shot, do you target focus right now? Bomb goes off, take damage, shoot Fen out the rear, and then shoot him again with your target lock from your FCS. Take 2 shots and kill Fen Rao.
Yeah.
For the cost of 1 shield, you actually kill him before he activates. Maybe.
I wonder what they're discussing right now. Whether it bumps, trying to work out whether.
I think so.
Oh, whether he's an arc. Interesting.
It's a bit early to worry about arc or not.
Yeah.
Worry about actions. Maybe he's asking how the titles work.
Ooh, this is yeah. If I were Paul, I think I'd just sit there.
I would focus.
Focus. He's already got a target lock on Fen.
Yeah.
And just
let the bomb go off. Take a shield off you. Fire range 1 at Fen. If he doesn't die, you're PS11. Fire and kill him anyways.
Yeah, you're gonna take a shot from Jostro, but
one shield to kill Fen round, get him out of the game.
Exactly.
I think I take that option.
Well, he's gonna lose all of his shields this round. I think.
You think?
I think QuickDraw's gonna lose all of his shields this round.
Well, Jostro has the lock and the focus. Ooh,
so he's gonna eat.
You set up actually a pretty
he's
lovely
eating
round.
So QuickDraw's eating a harpoon, no matter what. The barrel roll is not going to get him out of range 3, or it might just get him out of range 3 of Jostro.
What a lovely setup.
Right?
You're right.
So,
I didn't even realize that. Yeah,
right?
That's what Devin was talking about. So you're right. I didn't even realize. I forgot to put 2 and 2 together here. So this, maybe he's willing to drop, but I don't know. It's tough.
If QuickDraw's dead, right? QuickDraw and Fen, if they're gone, I mean, that's not a bad exchange.
I don't think he drops QuickDraw this turn, though. I think he just takes away QuickDraw's ability.
Either way, if QuickDraw eats a damage from a bomb,
that's 1,
and a harpoon,
yeah,
that's
yeah. Target lock, focus, guidance chips, guaranteed to do damage.
If Pete, we've got someone pointing out in chat that Pete may not have taken an action. If he did, then it was a missed opportunity, and he's gonna have to live with that.
Yeah, you'd be correct. It doesn't look like he took one unless he took a long range scanner target lock, which we can't see. Maybe he forgot that bomb was a reveal bomb, not an action bomb. But as Devin just pointed out, at this point it would be missed opportunity.
It's not a mandatory thing. So
and the Gumby's on there.
They're trying to figure out arc. I'm not sure which one they're trying to.
But we still haven't worried about action yet, so I'm not actually sure what it is they're worried about. Because QuickDraw has yet to take an action.
I think he's trying to decide if he has arc before he decides what action.
Fair enough. Which is not something you're allowed to call judge call for. You have to. He has to just decide that before. Okay. Because if he doesn't have arc, he could sacrifice his QuickDraw for no result, no return. That is a very spicy.
But if he
decision.
barrel rolls, he doesn't have a shot on Fen. But if he doesn't have a shot on Fen, like I know I'm not sure a barrel roll is the right idea because you can't get out of arc.
You can't get a fence range 1.
And I don't think you can get out of Jostro.
But you can get out of the bomb's range. So actually, here's the thing: if he had barrel rolled there, Jostro's ability wouldn't have triggered, but Jostro still would have been able to fire the harpoon missile, and Fen would have been able to fire. So it's bad. This is actually a really good call by Pete.
Right.
It took me a while to realize and appreciate how interesting that call was, and
just took a focus. So, Jesus,
that poor rock,
knocking everything.
It's orbital debris. It happens. That's what happens normally.
So they're doing the bomb now. So at the beginning of the combat phase, QuickDraw took a focus, which means that I think Paul thinks he's got arc.
Yeah.
So
it looks like he has arc.
Yeah.
It looks like it's close. They should hold down the ships and
we should
check it properly.
Yell judge.
Yes.
So
now Pete's a teacher, so he's probably explaining things in a way that makes sense for his side of the table. Paul, don't fall for it. He's too smart.
So when QuickDraw loses a shield, they both shoot, and so that should be determined
by initiative order, which is Peter's, so it is his turn to do.
Yeah.
That is correct. That's a good call. That's probably what he's explaining to him right now. So the first thing we have to decide is if that bomb hits Jostro or not.
Have we got vassal swag on Paul's side?
I think we finally got a judge over here to make decisions.
Oh, thank God. Graham.
It's not. Oh, there he is. Immediately asked them to play to hold each things down. That looks like it's going to hit Jostro.
Oh, that's close.
Or the nubs only count for measuring, correct? They don't count for range.
Yeah.
So
The nubs
Jostro is
on
safe then.
Jostro doesn't count, I believe.
So
the
that means
nubs on
Jostro
the.
is safe.
Okay. So yeah, Jostro appears to be safe. We'll have Victor double check that at some point. Yeah. After this round of combat, we'll just get you to figure everything out.
So what's going to happen? Quick Draw is going to lose his shield.
So the seismic charge went off.
That's going to trigger Jostro's ability. And Quick Draw's ability at the exact same time, but overlapping abilities resolve in initiative favor.
Right.
So Jostro's ability will resolve first, which, in case you're unclear of what that is when a ship receives damage outside of combat, Jostro is allowed to attack.
Yes.
The nubs don't count when measuring for damage.
So
or
the
bomb
nubs
damage
the
and
nubs
stuff like that.
count from the bomb. So on
Yes,
the nubs on the bomb token count.
Yes.
But the nubs on Jostro don't count.
Correct. For hitting
Right.
the bomb damage.
Right.
But they do count for overlapping, which is important
Yes,
to know,
yes.
point out. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's the harpoon missile from Jostro. I would assume, 4 dice. He's going to focus and then chips for crit. And hold the target lock for his actual attack. He's maximizing all of his stuff.
Gross.
Yeah.
Spent the focus.
Yeah. Well, he's getting back what he deserved from that last round. Ooh.
Oh, that
That's a
is
heartbreak.
not what you want to see right there.
So that's 2 shields and spend the focus to mitigate damage, or just take all 3 shields?
He took all of his shields off.
So he's really counting on killing Fen then for this.
No, because he took damage. And he's harpooned.
Yeah.
So quick draw is down to 1 hull.
Nope, thrust control. He should be 2.
He took 2 damage there because he took yeah.
He took 3 hits and a crit.
No.
3
Right,
hits and a
he
crit.
lost
3 hits and a crit.
Yeah.
yeah. So he's on 1 hull.
He was down 1 shield that round before going into that round?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
I
of the
didn't realize that.
seismic charge.
Oh, yes, correct. Wow, what a great turn for Pete. And just keep in mind, we
He
haven't
just
even
took
entered
5 damage.
we haven't even entered combat phase yet.
Yeah.
We're still actually pre-combat phase. This is all just the stuff that resolves before
This
combat.
is the beginning of the combat phase.
Yeah.
We have
Oh,
not
that's
started
definitely range
combat. Yeah. So now he has to kill
He's gotta
Suntir
get
Fen.
He's got to get. He's
got to kill
Which,
Suntir Fen.
let's be fair, that's exactly what he is. He's got to get Fen off the table for this, otherwise he would have lost his quick draw for nothing.
I'm glad we've got Graham in there doing the
judgy thing.
yeah.
Man, I got a hats off to Pete.
Oh man.
Hats off to Pete. That was a hell of a round, he said.
That's when I was talking to him before the game. That's the setup he wanted. That's how he wanted it to go down. So he was able to get that done.
That was a really cool turn. And honestly, people are going to probably maybe hate on me for saying this, but Fen is an amazing piece. But at 32 points, like, I know this is bad, but like if he sacrifices him to take down quick draw, he still has. Sunafel he's going to have a hard time killing, but Nim and Jostro can probably take down that Sunafel. So I can take down that defender. This is an interesting play for him.
Now, quick draw is also harpooned.
Yes.
So when he shoots quick draw again to kill it,
He's going to kill himself.
no matter what damage he
dead.
takes right now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Fen is dead no matter
and
what.
someone else just realized that at the exact same time as I did. Yeah, I was posting in chat. I mean, this is going to be really fun. Yeah, Fen is dead
Yeah,
this round.
correct. Yes, you're right. It's a moot point. Fen is 100% dead. He's going to go down in a blaze of glory. Wait, was that out of arc? Is that why...
It must be.
Oh, my God.
Quick draw's out of arc, so we're moving on to Nim. So quick draw has nothing in arc, so he's just he's
So Quick
done.
Draw's just dead, but he's going to take Fen with him when he blows up.
Paul just let Peter take his action out of order.
I mean, he's flying casual. That's his call and his right as the opponent player to do, but it should be known
And
you don't have to do that.
Oh, I mean that's the one hit from Nim.
And then he would have had an extra one from frames. Oh, he wouldn't have. Never mind.
Surrounding sound? I'm not sorry. There was a comment in the YouTube chat that I don't quite understand. Metal bag surrounding sound?
Maybe we're talking over each other.
Oh, are we? So here's Fen killing quick draw. 2 hits and a crit. He could live, but if he dies, he kills Fenrau.
So then you just sacrifice your quick draw to kill your Fen? Nope, he's keeping him alive.
Nope. Better to have it on board. At least maybe he'll get a shot next turn. Does a 1 forward, 2 forward, something like that.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that call. I think I actually just let Jostro. Well, no, Jostro still has to fire though.
Jostro still gets to fire.
Fair enough. Thanks.
Someone's watching VTTV Live and the Chicago Regionals all at the same time.
You shouldn't need to multi. This is the only stream you need, my friend. It's all good.
Look, they've got Trajectory Simulator wrong. They're making bad calls. Their Pete's Dice have come back. 2 hits and a crit. And there, quick draw goes down.
So does Fen.
Now, Harpooned. Yep, Paul remembered Harpooned. Yep, there goes Fen.
This was an amazing turn.
There goes quick draw.
Wow.
Boom, boom, boom.
FYI, we're still only at PS. Oh, now we're at PS4, but still, that's hilarious.
Well, the Delta doesn't have a shot.
No, I'm just saying is that all of that happened before PS9 even occurred. It was just, it's pretty incredible and silly at the same time what combinations you can do if you can just get everything to fall into place.
Quick draw 8, 5 damage at the beginning of the combat phase.
Hats off. I don't think I've seen a one-rounded quick draw in a while. That was interesting.
It's a beauty.
That
was great.
But that's Pete's list. It's meant to do that. I think he felt there's so much. Yeah, maybe. I mean, hindsight and what we don't know. But
That comment was about someone in chat said he should have barrel rolled. That it wouldn't have. He might still have eaten the range 1 Fen shot, but he wouldn't have gotten the Jostro and a Jostro Harpoon. He would have taken 1 less shot. He wouldn't have had the seismic damage.
You don't think Jostro would have had the Harpoon range on him?
Oh, I think he would have had the Harpoon.
I think he's dead either way.
Yeah,
I think it's the exact same result. No matter
Staying
what
and hoping that you would arc.
I feel like I thought he had arc. To be honest with you, I probably would have stayed.
Yeah, and someone's saying there's 2 simultaneous regionals in chat. There's actually
Where's Krakow?
3. Krakow's in Poland.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
So there's a Polish regionals, a Chicago regionals, and the Toronto regionals, all on January 6th. So, how cold is Krakow, chat? What's the temperature there? Now we're going to the next turn. I mean, the defender K-turns. Fenrau has got to be more aggressive now.
Yes.
He has to be more aggressive.
Yes.
He doesn't have a choice.
You mean Sunterfell.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Sunterfell.
Well, here's the thing.
Suntir Rao is going to come in, and he has to be really, really aggressive.
Well, this is the thing, because Pete still has his thermals left. So he can't be too aggressive with Fell, because if Fell hard twos and boosts in.
And look at that. I said he's got a 4K. He's got to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
He's got to start putting damage on Jostro.
I mean, to be fair, it's a defender. There's you hard 3 or you 4K. There's not many options you do.
I mean, you're not wrong, Samit. You're not wrong. That's
Well, we're trying. We're trying.
Look, Alan Fung. So someone in chat saying glad they got Sunter on. I'm glad we got Sunter on.
I'm glad Sunter fell on.
Paul's a great player, and we had to get Sunter on. We've got in chat. We've got some guys from Winnipeg talking about Sunter Fell, and Alan Fung promised that he'd bring Sunter Fell to the Sea to Sky podcast out of Vancouver, and well. We got Sunter. Alan didn't bring Sunter Fell, but we got Sunter Fell on stream. So
yeah. So we got 2 comments. Up above, somebody was commenting on how there was advantage. They give the advantage to Pete in this situation. I do tend to agree. And then I want to comment on somebody else talked about they don't see the appeal to the quick draw. It's a squishy 36-point chip. I also tend to agree, and I'm not really in love with quick draw either. I think what we're forgetting is that it's a PS11 ship that you can give a missile to that can fire twice in a round and could kind of murk your best ace for very little cost, or not, I won't say skill, but setup.
Quick draw's an alpha, and he couldn't alpha.
And quick draw doesn't require too much setup, especially with advanced optics. If you give him advanced optics and a harpoon missile, yeah, it's 40 points, but something is going to get hit, guaranteed. And I think that's the big appeal of it. And again, if you've ever seen somebody else who flies ships a certain way, like, I mean, I've flown against Duncan's
Sunterfell?
No, quick draw.
Okay.
And he flies it like he flies everything else, and it's like, I didn't understand a ship could do that. So it all depends on how it's flown. So
I mean,
I guess it's any ship in the game.
This is going to be really interesting. We're seeing Paul try and engage now, right? Pete disengaging now that he's got the points advantage.
Yes.
So no shots, no shots. Everyone's going to go right back into planning.
Yep.
And someone in chat is telling me it's 46 degrees Fahrenheit, but that's a fake number. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know if 46
That's absurd.
That still sounds like it's in the positive for
I mean, like,
Celsius.
that's great. The 46, they're
That's
boiling.
so warm.
Is
I
it a
wouldn't be able to
desert in
survive.
Poland? Like, what sort of temperature are they using?
The Death Revive, that's a good point, too. That's a great late game ship. If you can have all the shields going into the one-on-one, that's brutal, especially with the FCS. I agree.
So he was saying Quick Draw's not an alpha ship, it's an endgame ship.
Yeah, which is a good call.
You know, that's what when you see someone like a local player like Alan Fung fly Quick Draw,
Yeah.
he'll use it as a cruise ace.
Yeah.
So he'll come in, he'll set up an engagement with Quick Draw, he'll cruise something off the board with one or two of his aces, and then bail them, right? And once that happens, he can get Quick Draw out of there, get away with one shield, hopefully, get into the end game, and then Quick Draw in the end game with one or two double taps. It's just going to be great.
Personally, I actually adore Alan's list.
So he uses a bit of both.
He's got Quiz and he's got... I don't think he's running that today, but...
I don't know what he's running today,
Yeah.
but he's holding it close to his...
5-ish C. That's so
Yeah.
warm.
Yeah, it's great.
That's shorts weather.
We're minus 33 here. Real numbers, real numbers. But, I mean, Suntir Fel doesn't have twin ion engine, so he's
No.
really limited in what he can do here. Maybe a 4 forward or a 2 hard, but
Yeah.
he wants to stay at range 3 of Nim, push a damage or 2 through a round.
And that's the problem. I think
You know?
I think Pete is going to want to draw Sunderfell into his rear arc because he's going to want to bomb him. So I think he's happy. He's perfectly happy to lead Sunderfell and kite him and wait for him to come into bomb range.
Right.
Because if he ever gets in front of him, he'll trajectory it. And with Genius, he's always going to be able to wait.
Chat, we've got 88 players today. And this is actually interesting. He can leave a bomb here. He's baiting out a bomb because Pete doesn't have extra munitions. So seismic charges are gone. Right? He's
Yeah,
only got thermals left.
But
And
if I'm Pete, there's no way I waste a thermal detonator on a defender that's full health.
no,
Not an
absolutely
X7
not.
defender with full health. There's no point to do one shield to it. I
And
don't
it's
know.
got and that defender, twin ion engine. He's got 9 greens in front of him.
Exactly. Which he's going to do a 3 bank next turn anyway, so I wouldn't personally. But I'm not Pete. So we'll see.
There's the hard 2 from Suntir Fel. And that's an interesting choice, but
I think he's going to barrel roll ship right and try to get in front of Nim. I don't think he wants to.
no, ship
deal with the
left,
rear.
ship left.
You
He's
think?
going to come down board. Yeah. Like he can't go over the rock. He has to move, right?
Yes,
he can't
absolutely.
boost. And I think because of the way that the Havoc style is, he's going to try and get in behind it, and that'll set him up for next turn, maybe being able to get both of his ships onto Jostro. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right?
Inquisitor and VI Vestier is literally my 2 favorite ships in the game. I completely agree with you. We don't know how many of the peggers we have in town. We'll see if we can find that out.
I think the answer is 0.
That's a
but
shame.
Mark's in chat. He can tell us.
Okay. 8. See, that keeps getting warmer there. What's going on here?
Well, when you put a bunch of guys together, it gets really hot in
That's
the room.
it. I'm moving to Poland.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. He went ship left. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Right? Well, no, you didn't go ship right. You went ship. Yeah.
Yeah, ship left, but right.
That's really interesting. Oh, Talon Roll Trajectory Simulator. Maybe. We'll have to see what Pete did. I think the Trajectory Simulator would be too far. He's going to be very tight. Did he?
He would have had to have Talon rolled left.
He did. He did Talon Roll.
Oh, he did.
He did it. Oh, that might hit.
No, he's moving forward. He doesn't think it hits.
Solid call from Pete. Look at that. Jostro's a little out of position though. He's not going to be able to get the double shots if he does the seismic.
You know what? If he moves all the way back, you're right. You could make a case for the Genius bomb forward.
We're getting questions about rulings in chat. No, we didn't rule like Chicago. We know how the rules work.
Nah, that's controversial.
This is really. I didn't expect the Talon roll there. I expected
You know
him
what?
to.
I didn't either, and that's why it was a good move.
Because if Paul had gone around and come in on the side, he'd be really screwed right now.
Oh, he is trajectory simulating.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, a damage on Suntir is a damage on Suntir.
But if you miss with it, that's your last bomb, which he doesn't miss with it. He does not miss with it.
That is not going to be a miss. Absolutely.
Pete, my hat is off to you for the rest of this game. That is wow.
Now, Pete, I don't know if we've talked about this, is the 2-time Star Trek Attack Wing World Champion, and last year he was the runner-up.
Oh, I
last
thought
year
he's
he was
three-time.
no. Last year he got to the final table.
But yeah, but he doesn't even play it
So
anymore. He just
he's,
goes and wins.
Yeah, he just goes and wins. Yeah, but this is going to be rough. Sunterfel's going to take a double stress. He's going to have another focus.
Oh my god.
He's going to. Did they forget? Oh no, they haven't procced the bomb yet. So there's the second stress and the second focus.
And theoretically, Jostro would have been able to fire here, but of course, no arc. I mean, it's fine.
I mean,
Yeah, the hats off to VTTV. They always do an amazing job with coverage.
yeah, have a round of applause for Travis, who's sitting next to us, making sure everything runs smoothly and keeping up with everything. Oh, you're doing a great job, Travis.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, ooh, nothing from Pete again. His dice are real swingy.
Yeah. Oof,
Spends the
as-
oh,
just
that's
as you say that, and then
well, that's why you take modded shots, ladies and gentlemen. No, Suntir does Suntir things.
Yeah.
Spends the focus. Takes a crit. What's the crit? Can we see? No, they're just gonna put it right down.
we'll get it in a second. So, actually, we could walk back for a quick interaction, which would be interesting. You don't see it that often because we don't see Soonerfell that often. When Soonerfell got hit with that thermal detonator, he received a stress, and his pilot ability is whenever you receive a stress, get a focus token. So he actually had 2 focus tokens this turn. So that's just interesting because we haven't seen him in a while. Because, funnily enough,
Blinded
because
pilot.
Oh
Blinded pilot. No shot. Oh. That's 2 blinded pilots we've seen this game, 1 on each player.
This has been a game of very
This
sad
is
crits.
real back and forth. But Suntir's only taken 1 damage. That's not the end of the world. The defender's going to be able to brawl next turn. I think
Also,
it's going to be really interesting.
Pete's out of bombs,
Yeah.
which means Jostro's ability no longer matters.
No more tricks, but Jostro's going to be able to get
Josh doesn't have the
something.
missiles anymore, though. It's just raw dice on raw dice now, and he still has an X7 defender, and he still has Soonerfell targeting computer. This is still very much a game.
So someone in chat's asking where in Toronto we are. We're up at Seneca College. We're at
North York, if you're curious, if you're from the area.
the 404 in Finch.
Yeah. Is
There's-
anybody flying Rebel Fenrau? Yes, there are a few Fenraus around here.
Yeah.
Most of them are coming in at PS11. One of them I know has got a hot cop on it, hot shot co-pilot. I'm not sure what the other build has. I'm sure there's more than 2 out there though.
And Ezra a stress bug.
Yeah,
Oh,
which is I've played against. It's pretty brutal. That's a great
dirty
little
ship. Yeah. So maybe we'll get some of them on later.
You're right, 100%. Auto
auto-
Blaster is a huge key, especially because Soons
So
is
where do you
double
think
stressed.
where do you think Sunterfel's going right now? Is he? I mean, that's the most important decision here. Like the defender's going to go ruck up a little bit forward and shoot at Jostro. Like that's set. But both Nim and Sunterfel are stressed. Where's Sunterfel going to go?
Soonerfell screwed. I'm gonna be honest with you. He doesn't have Twin Ion, which means his banks he's got the 1s and the 2s. That's not far enough. He can go 4 forward, which is actually probably gonna get blocked by Nim. And Nim just goes 1 forward and Auto
Oh,
Blaster.
yeah. Sorry, Sunterfel's on 1 health. Chat is reminding us. Travis, Sunter's on 1 health.
Correct. Good call. Thanks, guys.
That's tough. Defender versus the world. So Pete didn't get Fen versus the defender in the end game,
No.
but he's very happy if all he has to do is hunt down a defender with Nim.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Even Jostro is not a bad option. I mean, it's still 3 dice versus 3 dice, but
Jostro, I wouldn't be
one-on-one,
as...
no, you
as-
need Nim to win that fight because I think the defender wins that fight.
Yeah, again, going back to the Auto Blaster, right? That's
The next
pushing.
game.
It's pushing damage to that X7, right?
Yeah, if he gets that Auto Blaster in range 1 of that defender, this is interesting. Again, this is by no means an unwinnable match for Paul. He's a great player, and I mean, Nim will take damage. It's just where does he put his Fen that Pete can't cover? I think the most obvious is his ship right.
Chat's asking how Nim has been able to drop the bombs after his maneuver. He's been doing it by discarding each bomb. So seismic charges is gone, thermal detonator is gone.
Correct.
He's got no more bombs
Nim-
left. He didn't have extra munitions.
Yeah.
He's got no more bombs left.
Yeah, so he is in fact out of bombs now.
I didn't really expect.
No, he
No.
only used.
He's only had 2 bombs.
He used the seismic when he was able to kill Quick Draw, and then he just used his thermal detonator now.
This is really interesting. I did not expect the 3 bank from the defender.
That's a really good point too, Death. That's not a bad idea. Which might be what he's going
but
for.
when you talk about chat, you got to explain what they're saying. People can't.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
People in the future won't be able to see chat.
Oh, it's my apologies. If
I did not expect that from Sunterfell. I expected him to go out around the rock, disappear, but I guess he's protecting him with the defender. That's a really, really interesting move. He pulls off one of the stress. And maybe he blocks. Maybe he...
I think he's hoping for a block. Well, because the Kirax does not have a... Oh, the Kirax has already moved, sorry.
Yeah, the Kirax has moved. I think Jostro's got a shot. But, yeah,
Ooh,
with...
if that clears...
It doesn't... That's a dead Sunterfell right there. Now, he's going to trade Sunterfell for maybe 4 damage on Nim from the defender. But 3, statistically.
Pete's just made literally every right call.
Yeah, chat's saying GG. They're not wrong.
They might not be wrong. Let's see. Auto Blaster can whiff, guys. It's not guaranteed. Auto Blaster could whiff.
He can. I don't know. I think if Pete's feeling spicy...
Wait a second. What's going on here?
Does he have... Okay.
We have to confirm if he has extra munitions or not. Because if he doesn't have extra munitions, that's not an option he can do.
Yeah, it might not be on the list he gave us.
Okay. Oh, he does have extra munitions.
Yeah.
Oh, chat. Sorry, guys. We were wrong on the... we missed it off of his
It's
list.
on the list, but it's not on what got put in.
So Pete does have extra munitions.
Ouch.
Okay, maybe I take back my GG's comment.
Ouch.
Yeah, which means Joshua's going to proc as well.
So
I can't hit
Jostro's...
the defender, so it doesn't matter.
No.
Sunterfell's dead.
It's Darkest Timeline.
Yes. Ethan Bryan, it's a really fun ship, Kylo's ship. You're right. For what it costs you, it is a little underwhelming, but it's still fun.
It's a very fun ship to fly.
And I mean, it's a feeling I haven't had in a long time. Advanced Sensors PTL Kylo is
This
a really
is
fun, nimble ship.
Yeah,
He does
Sunterfell
have
is.
them, yeah.
Yeah. It's on this one too. It just didn't get put in on the lists. So this is he does have extra munitions. Yeah, it's just not in the overlay. Sorry guys. It is now. You'll see it appear.
There's a hand.
There's quite a few.
There's a few silencers out. The silencer double gunboat, which is a really fun list. That's what I was thinking of bringing. Is out.
The silencer just is constantly token starved. He's
Zero
not
Moose,
Sunterfell.
That's exactly it. You described it properly. It's a greatly maneuverable ship with nothing. It's got no teeth.
So what we're seeing here is an auto blaster doing 1 damage to a delta, and Pete's just got to clean this up. Like I want to.
If that defender can put
The defender should be down 2 shields at this point.
he
There,
needs
Travis.
hero dice.
That's hero dice.
That's what he needed.
That's Nim eating a stack of damage. Hopefully, we'll be able to see a bit of a comeback.
Oh, that's 4 hits.
That's
it.
That's beautiful.
That's 2 crits in the hull. I want to see this. Oh, 1 crit.
No, one
sorry.
crit. 1 crit. Hit. Crit.
Something.
Blinded pilot. Oh my gosh, we got both blinded pilots. We
Is
got
that another blinded?
stunned.
Stunned.
Oh, stunned pilot.
It's fine. That's not gonna be a problem.
Maybe we'll see a hard 3 from the defender here.
Well, the defender
Get a little damage onto Nim.
He's got a hard 3 to the right because he has extra munitions. If he 4Ks, he gets bombed. If he goes left, he gets bombed.
This is what Paul needed to stay in the game.
He really needed large damage. On
Jostro
Nim
versus the Delta in the end game. My money is on the Delta.
all day, every day. If he can come out of this with at least 2 hull left on his defender, and he can get Nim off the table,
He eats a thermal. Who cares, right? So long as he's not in Jostro's arc, if he can trade his last shield for a solid shot on Nim and push through those 3 damage.
but
Oh,
but that's the thing. He can just, but I don't think he can because if I'm Peter, I'm gonna take Nim into that open space ship left. He won't get a shot if he 4Ks. So you have to hard 3 to the right.
hard 3, and
Get your evade token.
my
on one
money's
main.
my money's on barrel roll. Hard 3 barrel roll.
Interesting.
To get that block. Well, we'll see where the 3 bank puts us. We're at a bit of an angle. Well, it'll be interesting to see.
Also, guys in the chat, I think we need a few months to really feel. We need Kylo to be in the hands of more really great players as time comes out to see where he fits. I for one love the ship. I want to put more time into it. It's not too Sunterfell. It's not the Inquisitor. It's not Fen Rao. It's something new, and I'm really interested to see what that new is. But you're right. What is he? Is he a point fortress? Is he an evasion machine? Is he just something really fun that you play on a league night? I don't know. We'll see if he's tournament ready today and over the course of the next 6 rounds.
If Kylo Ren had a better pilot ability, just a different one, it would increase his effectiveness by maybe 20 or 30%.
I feel like if you gave him a better ability, then the VI becomes the potential. Because I tried him with VI now, and it's dog shit.
Oh, there goes the bomb. Oh, no.
Proccing for the hard 3, right?
The
Yeah.
hard 3. I mean, look at that.
Of course you do that.
And we'll see if he barrel rolls in for the block, right? Just to... Because he can't genius if he's blocked, right? He can... bomb, and if he bombs here, he's out of range 1, right?
It is true, because with extra munitions, Genius really hasn't changed all that much. I mean, you pretty much died before you dropped more than 4 bombs anyways.
You just swap them, right? So you put bomb load on something else, and you load up 8 points of bombs onto Nim, and you wreck people's faces.
You called it barrel roll.
Yeah.
Going for the block, and then K-turn, then it's interesting. I like the way Paul's playing.
Yeah. Oh, Paul's a very good player. He's playing very tight. The defender's very tanky, right? All he's got to do is get one good shot on Nim, and he's back in this game.
Actually,
he's winning on points.
All he has to do is kill Nim.
Exactly.
He's got 11 minutes to kill Nim and win the game, and that's still possible, which means we still have a game, which is actually really, really awesome.
Jostro coming in to punish him, but Jostro's gonna without homing missiles,
He's gonna pepper him.
without a Tawny, it's gonna be very difficult for Jostro to really push damage through onto an X7 defender.
Yeah, I mean, it's still 3 attack versus 3 evade. Oh, he called that, it looks like, and he's gonna be in auto blaster range. He's gonna clear.
No.
You don't think he clears?
No.
It's close. It's
Well,
worth procking.
they'll get the defender out of there.
Yeah, they should proc it for sure.
Oh.
Now it definitely clears.
Pete's gonna put it back where he thinks it was. That's your opponent fixes your ship. There we go. And you know what I would do here, Smeet? I'd genius my final bomb.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't you? You got auto blaster genius. You 100% do that.
You drop the bomb.
Hit yourself. Who cares?
It triggers
Jostro.
Jostro.
No, don't do it. Oh,
No.
it triggers Jostro. You win the game. You get the MOV. If Pete's going for the win, you're right. That's what he does.
It's coming right here. It's coming right here.
You know, I gotta say though, it was a shame that Paul moved the ship with his sleeve there. I'm not entirely convinced that
It
Nim
did.
cleared there.
It did.
It
Yeah,
clear?
yeah.
Okay.
They both get a stress. They both take a damage. So Nim's down to 2 hull, Delta's down to just hull, and Jostro's gonna get a shot. Set that up. So when I said Jostro was gonna have difficulty pushing damage through,
Not with 2 tries.
no, it's not with 2 shots. He's not gonna have problems. So not when Pete rolls like that.
Strip the evade token for his return shot.
Fingers crossed, right?
No, that's still damage.
Yeah. It takes 1.
This is tough.
So the Delta's down to 2 hull, and then we get
Auto blaster.
auto blaster turret.
Target lock.
So he can't.
This might be a game right here.
Paul can't use his evade.
He already spent it on the last attack.
Yeah, but he can't use his evade dice against hits on this attack.
Target lock for a hit, and it's game.
Let's see. Let's see.
No, he doesn't have target lock with Nim?
Or he forgot. No, I don't think he does.
He would have had an action, though. What action did he take?
He took a focus. It's hiding behind Nim.
Oh.
Double
okay.
crits from Jostro. We got to see Paul's dice come through here.
Nope.
No.
That's it.
Crit. That's it. That's game. 8 minutes left, and what a game.
Yeah, that was an interesting match. I mean, Pete was just putting on a masterclass of, like, planning. That was some really awesome setups, so that was a very interesting game.
Brutal.
Oh, yeah, good point. That's his ability. Scum Nim takes no damage from friendly bombs. Why wouldn't you drop your bomb? I mean, he's a completely balanced and fair ship.
Nim, is very fair. And now this is something that we do in Toronto. Generally, the guys do a little breakdown after each game. We've gotten flack from some from Americans for doing this. But
I mean, it's okay. I mean,
it's great to have a little chat after the game, how you would have played differently, what you should have done, a great learning experience, talk with your opponent. Like, this is something I recommend everyone would do. Sit down, take 30 seconds. They've got 7, 8, 10 minutes left.
yeah, especially new players out there, too. If
Yeah.
you're just getting into the game has evolved after 4 years of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in the game.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't be afraid to ask your opponent after you've had a match, hey, man, how did I do?
What could I...
Where were you in my head? Like, what did I do wrong? Where do you think the game turned for me?
These are two
really good players.
And they're sitting here breaking down the game for each other,
Yeah.
talking about what they could have done better.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My recommendation for every player is to do that after.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the best players keep practicing. That's how they get better.
You know.
So, thanks for listening, guys. We really appreciate it. Thanks for helping us out so much and holding our hands.
Yeah. We're oh man, what a kill for Pete. That's great.
Yeah, Ruben, you make a very good point. I mean, as much as it was amazing to see him back in the field.
Suntir fell, that is.
Yeah, Sunafel. Sorry.
Suntir fell versus Bombs. You gotta read the comments to me.
Sunafel versus anything in the current meta is kind of sad, unless you're playing. I don't know. Maybe he's got a place.
You know, it was close. You know, it wasn't a complete blowout. Paul got caught off guard. He had to fly like a god and didn't.
I do think if that wasn't an advanced, I do think if that wasn't a genius PS10 nim, that's a different game.
It's just brutal, right? And I didn't call that Talon roll there.
No,
that Talon roll was beautiful.
Talon roll trajectory simulator was one of the sickest things I've ever seen.
That was a great not meta call, but that was a great, call on his opponent, and it was really wonderful to see it happening.
And when he trajectory simulated and sacrificed his own Fen to kill Quickdraw, that was brutal. That was amazing. Yeah. Those were two really fun rounds.
Took him for the team. Like that was some great X-Wing in there.
Yes.
Like and you saw Pete's plan, setting it up, bringing Jostro around that rock, right? Suntir Fel not going for the bait of Suntir Fel, right? Paul trying to kill the bait of Fen and not being able to work it out.
Yeah.
That was really great.
Yeah, I think what you guys saw that round was Peter executing his game plan. He had a mechanic to his list that was very deadly if he pulled it off.
Yeah.
He did what he had to do to pull it off.
If Quickdraw
had been one more time and won the game.
If Quickdraw had been in Arc,
that was also a different game.
Fem would have died before he shot.
It's true.
Right? And
Quickdraw makes it through that round.
If Quickdraw barrel rolls, he eats 5 dice from Fen.
Yeah.
But not Jostro's double tap, not the damage from the bomb.
Yeah.
Maybe he still takes 4 or 5 hits, but lives through that next round, right?
Yeah.
So here they are. Paul and Peter are talking about Trajectory Simulator, basically explaining how Pete can set up where bombs are, how they work. So, man.
Yeah. So what he's doing is explaining. 5-4 is also a range 2. Range 2 band.
Right.
So he's explaining a lot about how this stuff works. So do we want to? We'll sign out for the.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see you guys in the
We're
next
gonna
round.
take 15, 20 minutes maybe.
Probably 20 minutes.
Yeah, or 20 minutes exactly. Give a little bit of Graham a little bit of time. So you said 30 in chat, so maybe we'll be back 20 or 30 minutes and
Grab a drink, join us then.
Yeah.
Cheers.